Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. And for those of you that's been supporting me and following me, salute. Hey, today's video is going to be very exciting because I'm out here in Lake Tahoe. And of course, the lake that you're seeing is Lake Tahoe. And oh my God, it's a beautiful lake. I really enjoy it. But one of the things about me being out here working and everything, I thought, hey, why don't I just start shooting videos footage out by the lake, talking about the things that we usually talk about. In today's video, we're actually going to be talking about how to get no interest business loans using personal and business credit cards, as well as how to get out of debt. Okay, so this is going to be a three-part video, but definitely it's going to help you out. And also I want you all to know, sticking with me, I'm going to show you 2 easy ways that you can actually increase your credit score real fast. Okay, so first of all, let's jump right into it. Now, talking about building business credit and being able to get interest-free business loans. All right, so in order for us to do that, we need to figure out what's the best credit cards that we want to go after and the best banks we want to go after. All right, so the first one I would tell you is Citi Simplicity. Okay, Citi Simplicity. And you may be wondering why I'm choosing this card. Well, the reason that I'm choosing this card is because it gives you 18 months of an interest-free loan. So if you do a balance transfer, say that you had a $25,000 balance transfer over to this card, they give you 18 months to pay it off. Now with Citi, here's the thing about in terms of who they pull from. All right, they may pull from your Experian or your Equifax, okay? But most of all, they're probably going to pull from your Experian because that's usually who Citibank usually operates with. Now, in order to get the Citi Simplicity card, people talking about, oh, you got to have perfect credit. You got to have. The reality is, most of the cards that you go after, you don't have to have perfect credit. That means that you don't have to be in the 720 range. Okay, most of these cards, again, it's going to be 4 factors that determine you getting qualified for this card and the limit of the credit card. And so that being said, if you even have at least a 690 to 700, you would still qualify for this card. All right, now let's go over the 4 things that actually qualify you for these here type of large limit credit cards with no interest for long periods of time. Okay, so the first thing is your credit history. That's right, your credit history. That's the reason, like somebody with a new file or a thin file and everything, we tell them, hey, you may need to add some authorized users. All right, and so that being said, adding authorized users, depending on making sure they're between between 2 years or older. Okay, now here's the thing about authorized users. People are saying it don't work. That's not true. What happens is a lot of people, they're finding relatives and stuff to put them on credit cards as authorized users, but those credit cards may be maxed out. Okay, and if those credit cards are maxed out, of course it don't work. It's going to bring down your credit score. All right, but in terms of choosing the right authorized user and good credit cards, your credit score is definitely going to go up, and it's definitely going to enhance your credit history. So when people say, oh, authorized users don't work, that's not true. Now, the second thing is your income. Now, here's the kicker about income. On most credit card applications, they said, what's your household income? So your household income, that means if you're receiving spousal support, if you're receiving child support, if you have a wife that's working, if you have a spouse that's on disability, they're looking at the overall income. It's not just about your income. They're looking at the overall household income that supports the household. So this is something that many people misunderstand, and so when they apply for credit cards and stuff, they get low limits. All right, so that's the reason that you really have to pay attention. Now, the third thing is inquiries. Now, this is one of the things I always tell you about. Be careful on the inquiries, because if you get between 6 to 8 inquiries, now you're in the danger zone. So you have to be very careful in terms of the inquiries and stuff. Also, I got a secret for you. So I'm gonna tell you something about some of these inquiries that you can do to help have them get removed. All right, so just stick with me, because it's definitely going to help you. Now, here's the thing about it. That fourth thing that I was saying is your DTI. That means your debt to income ratio. If you have a high debt to income ratio, this is going to be a very high disqualification segment on your credit report. Okay. Now, I talked about a video how a lady, she had a 580 credit score, and she was with Navy Federal Bank, and they still gave her $25,000 credit card. Well, the thing about it, her income was $100,000. So she had a low DTI because her rent was less than $1,500. Okay, so because she had a low DTI, that's the reason that she got qualified. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of people getting qualified following the methods that I suggest in terms of getting qualified for business credit cards and personal credit cards. Now, here's the thing about it, understanding, like I said, we're trying to get you to $50,000 plus business loans with no interest. Now, say that you get qualified for this City Simplicity card, right? Now, I always tell people it's about the relationship. Now, in terms of the relationship, I always tell you, if you can, open up a personal account, a business account, as well as, and depends on your credit score, you may want to do a secured card. Okay. Now, the cool thing about Citi, they have department store cards like Home Depot and stuff like that. And so some of these department store cards, they will allow you to get Visa gift cards. Okay, and you can live, and like I said, with the Visa gift cards, what you're able to do with those Visa gift cards is liquidate those Visa gift cards, put the money into your personal account, transfer the money over to your business account, or over to your secured card and put the money into your business account. Again, you have activity going on, plus if you have regular income coming in, deposit that into your business account as well. All right, this helps you build up business credit as fast also. So that's the reason that I'm talking about these strategies. Now, here's the thing about it. Like I said, with Citi Simplicity, they give you 18 months on the personal side. But if you are qualified to get like a business credit card, you're definitely 2 steps ahead. So if they even said they gave you a $15,000, say that they gave you a $15,000, okay, on the business side, and you still had a lot of credit card debt and you want to pay it down, taking the money from the business credit card and paying off your personal credit card debt is going to bring down your debt to income ratio to where you're able to qualify for more cards, in which we're going to talk about now. Now, the second card is talking about Discover. The Discover It card. Now, with the Discover It card, they're going to pull more likely from TransUnion, and like I said, about a $690 to $700. Okay, and again, like I said, because of the relationship. Now, here's the thing about it. This card, they have a card, a high balance transfer card for 18 months. Again, a free no interest loan. This is how you want to leverage. Another thing that Discover has that I really like is if you have bad credit, remember they have secured cards as well as college student credit cards. Okay, so if you have bad credit and you're trying to build a relationship with Discover and everything, you may want to start with their secured cards or their college student credit cards to build up that credit. All right, now here's one that I definitely want to talk to you all about. They have the Bank America card. I think it's called the Bank America card. Okay, now Bank of America card almost like a Citi, the same situation. Because again, that card gives you 18 months of no interest. But the good thing about it, again, they're going to pull most likely from your experience. All right. And here's the thing about it. Getting qualified for the Bank of America card, 18 months experience, plus you can open up, again, your personal account, your business account with them also. And as well as if you have challenging credit or bad credit. Another thing that Bank of America, say that you are in check system, they do have second chance checking also. So that's one thing, as well as Wells Fargo, okay? Now, understanding that, again, like I said, if you're trying to rebuild your credit and build a relationship, then I would start with the Bank of America secured card, okay? So now, let's talk about the nitty gritty. This is a card that I really like, U.S. Bank, okay? Now, the reason that I like U.S. Bank, all right, here's the thing about it. They have a card that gives you 20 months of no interest on the personal side. Then on the business side, they have the U.S. Bank Platinum card. Now with the U.S. Bank Platinum card, gives you 15 months. And the reason I like them, again, because when you have business credit cards with U.S. Bank and stuff, every 6 months they do an automatic increase. That's the reason I tell people, even if you get a $500 credit card from U.S. Bank, use it, pay it off, use it, pay it off. Deposit money into your business bank account, deposit money into your personal account. The reason is because the more activity you have on with these institutions, the more money they're willing to give you. Now, here's a secret. All right, like I told you, if you have a lot of inquiries on your credit file, okay, I just want to tell you something. If you have a lot of inquiries on your credit file, what you want to do, you want to call the fraud department of the credit bureau, okay? Call the fraud department. Don't do a dispute online and stuff like that. Sometimes, but the best thing to do is call the fraud department. And then let them help with the dispute, walk you through the dispute, okay? That'll help remove a lot of your inquiries. Because we have clients and stuff that have a lot of inquiries where they've been shopping for a car or a mortgage and stuff, and the lender was not bringing it to their attention. They're shopping their information around to try to find the best rate. Well, at the same time, because all those dates of inquiries around the same time, the credit bureaus will remove a lot of those inquiries, okay? Now, again, I would tell you, please be careful not to dispute the inquiries that you have the accounts with until they're at least about 9 months old, okay? To where it ain't really impacting the credit. Because if you do it prematurely, you can lock up that account and lose that account. So that's the reason that I'm telling you, you have to be very careful with this. Now, that being said, here's something. Like I said, we got Citibank, Discover, we have Bank of America, U.S. Bank, right? And here's the thing about it. Wells Fargo, they offer 18 months. Now let me back up right quick. TransUnion. U.S. Bank, most of the time, they're going to pull from TransUnion, okay? So just keep that in mind in terms of like credit bureaus and stuff like that. U.S. Bank is more likely going to pull from your TransUnion, all right? Now, with Wells Fargo, they have an 18-month, plus they have a platinum business credit card, but it only gives you 9 months, okay? But that's okay, because if you have both of their cards with interest-free loans, now again, you're looking at over 2 years on that. That's the type of credit cards you want. You want to be able to get credit cards that have no interest for long periods of time, because if you're paying no interest, that's more money you can apply toward paying down your debt, so that as your debt goes down, you're able to apply for more credit cards and stuff. And the main thing we're trying to do is to be able to get more business credit card funding, okay? So that's the reason that we want to do this. Now, here, most people are always trying to do is get into Navy, Fed, right? Now, Navy Fed doesn't have 18-month credit cards, right? No interest credit cards. But what Navy Federal does have, even though their platinum card is only 12 months, okay? Again, like I said, you may be a 580 credit score with Navy Federal, and on the personal side, they'll give you, some people, again, have been getting $25,000 credit cards. Now, you're trying to get other products with Navy Federal without pulling, having a hard pull on your credit and stuff. What you have to do, you have to do a product exchange. And usually it takes, you have to have the card for at least 6 months and ask them for a product exchange. So say that you start with a Navy Federal Rewards card and you want to get the Navy Federal American Express card, all right? So you wait 6 months and ask them, tell them that you want to transfer the card from the rewards over to the American Express. Now you're not going to get that hard inquiry. As a matter of fact, my Navy Federal video actually goes more in detail in explaining that. All right. Now there was 2 things that I wanted to tell you guys, especially I have something else to share with you guys, especially if you have bad credit. But if you are trying to get a real quick boost for your credit score, here's 2 things you want to do. One, you want to pay weekly. Okay? You want to pay weekly. All right? Number 2, and let me explain why you want to pay weekly. As I always tell people, is because the credit bureaus, they don't pick all the data up at the same time. As a matter of fact, creditors don't report all at the same time as well. That's the reason you will see your credit score fluctuate 2 to 3 times a month. It's because the data continue coming in, right? So you may see like your credit score at a 715, and then a week later you may see your credit score jump up to a 725, right? It's because they're constantly picking up data. So the reason I tell you to pay your credit cards weekly, so as the credit bureaus start to pick up the data from the credit and stuff like that, it'll help give you a bigger boost, because paying weekly on your credit cards, the balance on your credit card goes down, right? So that lowers your debt to income ratio. So that's the reason you want to do that. Now, number two, you want to get your, you want to keep your credit card balance down to about 9%, 9 to 10%, okay? Not 30. Like most people said 30. Yeah, 30 would definitely help you, give you a credit boost, okay? But if you can get it down to like 9 to 10%, then you're gonna see a bigger boost in your credit score, okay? So that's the reason that you wanna actually do these 2 steps. Now, for those of you that do have bad credit and you're looking for credit cards, even if you have like a bankruptcy, you have bad credit, but you want to start over and you don't want to start with a secured card, here's a card that you want to look at. It's called Destiny, D-S-T-I-N-Y, all right? So they work with people if you have a recent bankruptcy, if you have bad credit, you know, and it's an actual credit card, okay? So that's some of the things that I wanted to share with you on a nice day like this, and I hope that this helps you. If I'm doing a good job, guys, I ask you to, you know, like the video, share the video. Let me know if I'm doing a good job in terms of explaining this to help you build up your personal credit and business credit. But using this here method, building a relationship with these financial institutions, this is the best way not only to get business loans with no interest, but also to boost up your personal credit so you can get more business credit. So this is Houston with 3-Way Funding. I do appreciate y'all. And for those of you following me, supporting me, salute. Thank you.